And it's post time for tonight's 12th race. A field of 9 lined up. They're at the post. Here they come. And they're off. Let's Fool Around heads out for the lead. Cheyenne Sieber immediately to his outside, and these two are striding out together, battling for the front. Chased away third is Somewhere Fancy, who plants on the pylons there. About 2 lengths behind him is Fort Knox, who's now gapping early in fourth. Neat is fifth and 2 lengths away from him. The Indecent Lawyer takes a seat sixth on the inside, just in front of Golden Parachute as they move around the turn toward the quarter. Sometimes Said backed off the gate eighth. Believe in the Spirit is ninth and trailing the field. Let's Fool Around in front. 27 even for the quarter. Cheyenne Sieber found room to drop into the 2-hole there. Somewhere Fancy is just a length behind him from third. Fort Knox tightening up on the top trio is racing in fourth. He's followed up by Need, who waits for his cover in sixth as they head down the backstretch toward the half-mile marker is the Indecent Lawyer, and the field is tightening up, and underway is Sometimes Said on the outside. Neat flushed out by Sometimes Said, who had to check up briefly there on the outside. Believe in the Spirit following the cover flow, and now locked in and trailing the field at the rail is Golden Parachute. Only 57-2, a 30-2 second quarter. Let's Fool Around with a tactical advantage in front. Cheyenne Sieber right there in the pocket spot. Somewhere Fancy kicks out the earplugs from third. Need is first over, and he's 5 lengths from the lead, but he gets cover from Somewhere Fancy, who wheels to the outside to take his shot as they pace toward the 3-quarter marker. So Sometimes Said is third over, is within 5 lengths of the front right now. A rail ride all the way for Fort Knox. The Indecent Lawyer is trapped in 7th. Then Believe in the Spirit and Golden Parachute, 125-3 for 3 quarters, and Somewhere Fancy is coming on to the lead. It's Somewhere Fancy with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Sometimes Said, finding his best stride, is charging hard on the outside. It's Somewhere Fancy. Sometimes Said trying to track him down. Somewhere Fancy. Sometimes Said is coming. These two come down to the line very tight at the finish. I believe Somewhere Fancy from Sometimes Said in 152-2. The unofficial winner, number 4, Somewhere Fancy. Second, number 8, Sometimes Said. Third was number 1, Fort Knox. And fourth, number 2, Neat. Results have been posted official. Returning to the Blue Chip Farm winner's circle is number 4, Somewhere Fancy. Somewhere Fancy is a Some Beach Somewhere, a 3-year-old out of Fanciful Hanover by Arts Place, all by John Mellenbacher, Burlington, Ontario, trained by Linda Toscano, and a driving double for Tim Tetrick, who won earlier in the card, went across the river to race at Yonkers, and back tonight for the late double. Somewhere Fancy, 152-2, a career best for him. Meetings available to Rock and Roll Heaven and Roll with Joe, two of their promising young pacers. For more, go to BlueChipFarms.com. Number 4, Somewhere Fancy, 10-20, 360, and 3 even. Finishing second, number 8, Sometimes Said, 260 and 240. Third, number 1, Fort Knox, $8 to show. 4-8 Exacta, 25.60. 4-8 Try, 226.60. 9-3-4 Pick 3, 429.30 for $1. And the Super Dime 4812, $48.52. In the 13th race, there are no changes. Exacta Trifecta Dime Super, 8 minutes to post at 11:37. And it's post time for tonight's 12th race, a field of 9 lined up. They're at the post. Here they come.